Alright, welcome everyone to my live stream of HMS. This is a game from Every Single Soldier. You guys probably are familiar with them. They came out with a couple of strategy games. A couple of them I'm very fond of. Vietnam 65. They have Afghanistan 11, which on iOS is kind of renamed a little differently. They also have a couple other games, a DLC called Royal Marines for Afghanistan 11, Carrier Deck, which I believe is on Steam, iOS, and Her Majesty's Ship. Now, this is his latest game. I believe it's coming out in a few hours. I know it's coming out today. So I'm doing a stream for it, and we can see what it's all about. So there's a tutorial in this game. It's pretty quick. It's about like 10 minutes. I'll explain why I had to do the tutorial later. There's a multiplayer aspect I haven't played with yet, but let's start this game up. Let me make sure I got my coffee ready. Alright.
Land ho! Land ho! Captain on the bridge.
That's right. Z Captain. So, a couple of things that you guys probably take away right away is the nice, like, textures, that basically the nice animations that are going on all over the screen here. A couple of pros I want to say off right away. I kind of always do this pretty much on every game, that the WASD keys work. They're properly mapped, so you go left, right, up, down, perfect, very smooth. Again, I always mention this in every review because there are some developers that don't map it at all, and it's just it's just normal for my left hand to kind of guide through the screen. So just wanted to mention that I do appreciate that it's been properly mapped. Other thing that I want to say right away is the audio effects. You probably hear in the background, the seagulls. They were. You'll hear them as the game goes along. I really love the audio effects of the seagulls. You'll have the anchor kind of dropping, so I'll show you that, as well as the voiceovers. These are all big pros. I really like them. Kind of gives you a little bit of immersion.
Good to be home, sir. Capstan secure.
So this kind of gives you a heads up on what these alert flags mean, and the alert flags pop up right here. You can kind of click on them to see what the heck is going on.
New orders from the Admiralty, sir.
So, and then this right here is one of the, I believe, missions that you have to get done, and once it hits to the bottom here, well, basically, you get a penalty. If you get it do this mission before this hits the bottom, you know.
Running low, sir.
Already? Shoot. Oh, and
secure.
You can kind of go over here, hit the galley, and one of these guys heads over there, and you can kind of get them on a quarter rations.
Halve the rations, if you
please. So this way, your rations up here last a little bit longer. Let's head out. So,
new course, sir.
So, cool. I like that it gives you these tips. That's another pro. So you don't have to play this tutorial. Now, one of the things I did notice, and it's a little bit of a con, is the textures on the strategic map are not, I mean, they're okay. Like, they're not, like, wow. I mean, they're alright. But it feels a little, I don't know, low res, especially like this compass. That's like very low res. I don't know. I just noticed that. You got the wood greens here. Looks nice, but I don't know. Some things are nicely textured, while others are like really low res. Like, that's really low res. So I don't know. Just something I did notice. It doesn't make that much of a difference.
Lightly, like sir. Need a reassigned crew, sir.
So let's see what this is. Escort friendly, copper bottom. Oh, you have to make sure that your
shipwright report to me. Get on with it, bosun.
Kind of, you know, you repair your ship as it's going. So this guy's gonna kind of put the ship back together. Now it's very easy to kind of go around. You kind of select, and this ship will kind of. Oh, here's some cannon fire. Where's that coming from? So the ship will actually kind of go on and intercept the course. Now, obviously, my ship is probably going to be slower. So what you can do is go over here.
To the sails, bosun.
That's right. and then they head up there, and then they'll unravel it. I get a little bit more speed, and you'll see it on the strategic map. The speed kind of increase. That's another pro. I do like that. It's nice, intuitive.
All aloft, sir.
Another thing I want to mention is I really like the animations of the crew running around the ship, as well as like, you know, the sails kind of blowing in the air. It's like little things like that. Also, you probably notice how as soon as you see land, it kind of zooms right into the game map. Little things like that I do like. It's nice touches, you know. All right. Ooh, look has joined us.
New course, sir.
I think I'm at war with friends. So I'm going to show you some combat here now. Now, this is where your gunpowder is. You got to make sure you got some guns ready to go for this guy. There we go. So you have about 13 seconds to do this. First thing you want to do is go up here, select this.
Sails furled, sir.
And
We're low
make
on
sure.
gunpowder, sir.
I know.
Clear for action.
And then just make sure you click as many of the cannons as you can. Can I get this one? Nope.
We need to effect repairs. Fire all guns! 10 coming!
All right. I took a heavy loss on that one.
Repairs need attention,
Oh, but
sir.
he's sunk.
Not
Look at
happy
that.
with that, bosun.
Aye, aye, sir.
Commence repairs, shipwright.
Yes, sir.
How did I lose that one? Interesting. So,
Victuals critical, sir.
the other thing that I did notice is what I would love is when you kind of hover over an
Ship's
icon,
complement is restless, sir.
it doesn't do this, but this is kind of like a con, is when I hover over an icon, I wish it would kind of like pop up a little menu and say like, this is what this does, or this is what this does, you know, like you just don't know, you just have to, well, I think this does the sails, and it does,
At once, sir.
and then this kind of puts the crew to battle stations, but you gotta learn through like trial and error, kind of feel out what's going
All
on,
aloft, sir.
or go here and kind of
Ship's
hover over
complement
it,
is
but nothing
mutinous, sir.
happens. I wish something like that kind of give me a heads up.
No admiralty orders, sir. Sails furled, sir.
Wow, I lost quick. No, that's no good.
Game saved.
I do like these little animations of the ship going down to the stony bottom.
Land ho! Land ho!
So it starts off right back at the port, as you can see here. I'm gonna go take out some Spanish. And then unfold the sails.
Man the sails!
Aye, aye, sir.
It's very quick and easy, kind of, if you're a newbie to die in this game, I've done it numerous times, the morale really becomes a serious problem. So you gotta keep an eye on that, make sure they're filled up with rum, so. Let's see. There's the Spanish ship. Alright, so same thing like before. Go up here. Oop. Okay, this is not good.
We're low on gunpowder, sir.
It's hard to select that.
Fire all guns! 10 coming!
Nice. See, the only thing is that ship kind of got destroyed. You can see it kind of keeling over, but I still lost negative 20. Normally, I would plunder that ship. I noticed a couple other times that it got plundered. The other thing that I did notice is you can't really slow down the pace of the game, so it goes pretty quick.
Yes, sir.
So you gotta constantly be on your A game. So that's one thing you gotta keep an eye on.
Rations, if you please.
One other thing I wanted to kind of mention is you can kind of go throughout other areas in the map here. Oh, that's been fixed. Okay. Did notice. Looks like a patch been applied because there was something I noticed on yesterday's gameplay that is working now. It used to kind of like when you go to a different area map, it would kind of pull you back, but it looks like that's been fixed with a patch. So that's really cool. Nice that's been taken care of. The other thing I wanted to mention, like you saw, the battles are pretty quick. You literally select the cannons and the game does the rest. I wish it kind of slowed down that pace. I feel like everything is quick. So you got to be on your A game, making sure everything is good to go. If you miss something, you can easily die.
New course, sir.
So you go over here, I'm gonna salvage that. I'm gonna get some gold out of that. Gold is really critical in this game because gold gets you food, and without food, well, everybody dies.
Stowed
So.
away, sir. Good job, bosun.
You can do a couple other cool things. You can do
Report to my cabin if you
officer
please.
promotions.
Time
You
to
could
open those
also
books, lads.
have this guy come down. You could also do some whipping, so you can go over here and, well, I don't know what you could.
Dark clouds off the larboard bow.
Order executed, sir. Keep it up, lads. Captain on the bridge. A tot of rum for every man.
All right,
Yes,
let's
sir.
see what else
You
can
heard
we
the captain,
cover
lads.
here. I mentioned that combat is pretty much hands off.
sir. I expect more from you, bosun.
Very well, sir. Dark clouds off the larboard bow.
The other thing I wanted to mention that's a nice pro is these water effects. They're really nice. You can see the textures here, kind of the bow slipping in. Nice textures. The only thing I don't get is like the water's been done nicely, right? But like, there we go. Get my ship right there. Again, I go back to this, like, if the water, there's been some attention paid to certain parts of the game, but like, you know, these low res sprites here, just, I don't know, just seem a little bit distracting. And you got like so much detail in here, like you can even see individual pieces of the fabric. So just little things that I noticed like that. Other thing, I think I mentioned it before, I love the English accents, kind of gives a little bit of immersion factor there, so that's pretty cool. You see the sharks there, a little Jaws action going on. Let's see what else I can show you guys. You can go to other ports here, and kind of give you a heads up what is going on. You have these storm clouds here, and they kind of jump around the map. I think I'm at war with Spain and France at this point. Just go to town. I don't know what this... Oh, that button does that. Okay. Before I was clicking this button all the time. I didn't know what was going on, but it works now. So that's good. They added a lot of fixes in the last 24 hours, which is really good. I like that. Another thing I like the I think I already mentioned this, but I'm gonna mention it again. I do love the visuals. The ship looks really nicely textured. It looks really
Great job, sir.
interesting. Cool. And then
Heave away at the capstan.
so I do really like these textures. I love the detail on the ship. It's not super HD. It's not like 4K. Wow, it's gonna blow your socks off, but it's nice.
Sails furled, sir.
Now this is the marketplace here.
Party away.
Your captain's gonna go down. Now there's only literally, I think, a couple things to buy. I got 7 gold, I think, from that ship that I plundered. And here you got the marketplace. Here you can buy stuff, food, powder, things like that. It doesn't look like they have anything. The one thing I would love, you can't do this. You can't sell stuff back to them. So like right now I have 5 food. It would be really cool if I can sell that back to them and I guess get money from that, or sell, what do you call it? What is this? The rum. Sell the rum or sell the powder. It'd be kind of cool if I could do that. You can't do that right now.
Shipwright, report to me.
And I gotta show you guys these things. So this is only in home port where you can go to pub here, but Academy as well as the Admiralty, you could do that in your home ports. Alright.
Repairs completed, sir. Very well. Heave away at the capstan.
Yes, sir.
So a couple things I want to also mention
Capstan
is
secured.
well, so a couple things I wanted to mention here
New
is
course, sir.
this game. I feel like it's been. I originally thought this was supposed to come out for the iPad. It looks like it came out for Steam first. I'm assuming it's still coming out for iPad. I think this would work beautifully on a tablet or mobile device.
Victuals running low, sir. Yes, sir. Rum stowed away, sir. Good job, bosun.
So, got my crew back to 81%. I feel like with the rum, you could do so many cool things with this, right? And nice, you have a cooldown for that, so you can't keep using it. One really cool thing, I think they could do it, I don't see, you know, it's not a feature here, but maybe in a future DLC, is if you use the rum, obviously everybody's getting drunk. It would be really cool if, you know, the ship gets, you know, you see them stumbling around. Or is that what they're doing? Is he stumbling around? No, he's just out of it.
Man of war to larboard.
Get him to the sick bay.
Right away, sir.
So another pro I wanted to kind of mention is how easy
Sick bay ready, sir. Good job. You call, sir.
is how easy it is to kind of go around the ship and do stuff. So I told you, I showed you the rum, you click down here, you can have him repair the ship. I showed you how to do this. This is for anchors. So it's pretty easy to go around the ship and kind of have your crew. You don't have to do serious micromanagement in here. So you don't have to worry about that. You can go
Get
here.
him to the sick bay.
He's gonna go
Very
and take
well,
care of
sir.
this guy. Makes sense because usually the officers were the ones that, I believe in Age of Sail, were the ones that did operate, you know,
Sick bay ready.
surgery. So
Good job, bosun.
I only have 2 officers. Well, actually, I think 1 at this point. So yeah. So like I said, very easy to kind of go around things and utilize them. But that's pretty much it. So I mentioned the food, that you can't sell back the food. I would have loved that. A couple of things I would have to
You
say.
orders from the Admiralty, sir. Ship's complement is troubled, sir. I expect more from you, bosun.
Very well, sir.
Spain is closer to victory, sir.
Clean bill. Wow. Clean bill. How do I do that?
Ship's complement is mutinous, sir.
Fits the
Get
bill.
those hatches secured.
Jeez.
Swing it on
And that's the
board,
other
sir.
thing I want to kind of mention. They go from like 100 to 0 quick. It's no joke. It happens really quick.
Rum
So you got to make sure they always have food
Good
and
job,
rum.
bosun.
Well,
Yes,
actually,
sir.
they're probably going.
sir.
They're probably
Yes, sir.
getting that because I did rations.
Double the
So.
rations, if you please.
Yeah. So that was my fault on that one. Trying to fill the sails.
Get the men aloft, bosun. Yes, sir. You heard the captain, lads.
Just
All
go
aloft,
over my
sir.
list here, see what else I can mention.
You can do better, bosun.
Aye,
Love
aye,
that
sir.
animation right there.
Commence repairs, shipwright.
Yes, sir.
Ship's complement is restless, sir.
-4. Yeah, they're quick to come down.
Victuals critical, sir. Halve the rations, if you please.
That's highlighting, so I'm assuming something's going on. But overall, I do like the game. It's really cool. I do like the fact that, you know, you're basically kind of, I do feel like the captain a little bit, so a little bit of immersion there. I just wish things would slow down a little bit in this game. I feel like things are going way too fast.
Sir.
I mean, there's pros and cons for that. I mean, with the pro being that if things are going fast, you can get quick games in. But at the con is, I die very quickly in these games, as you can see. Constantly got to give them rum. And there's only like a few missions that you can do, like fight the French, deal with the pirates,
Complement is restless, sir.
deal with like treasures. Now there is a multiplayer aspect I haven't been able to, I haven't
Rum
tried out
stowed away,
yet.
sir. Good job, bosun.
So long-term viability, I will have to probably save that for a review, see how
Land ho!
often I play that.
Heave away at the capstan.
At once,
But yeah, I
sir.
would really love if I can go over here and it kind of tells me what the heck's going on.
Good to be home, sir. Capstan secured. Not happy with that, first mate. That'll have a negative effect.
See again, if I went over here, kind of give me a heads up what the heck happened. Did I miss something? What was I supposed to do? You know, things like that. And I feel like this goes down really quick. Chock-a-block. Chock-a-block. So it would be cool if I can click on this and it tells me more about it, but I have no idea what the
Report
heck.
to me, bosun. Repairs
Chock-a-block.
completed, sir. Commence repairs, shipwright.
Right away, sir.
Shore party away.
And I'll show you the Admiralty in a minute.
Not happy with that, bosun.
Chock-a-block. I have no idea what the heck chock-a-block is. Gun drills. Right click, left click.
Run out the guns.
Okay.
Ship's complement
There we
is
go.
rested,
Okay.
sir.
Doing gun drills.
Belay last pike. Gun secured, sir. When you're ready, sir.
Food.
Purchases concluded, sir. Yes, sir. Set standard rations, if you please.
Alright, so that's pretty much it. I kind of went over all my pros and cons. I can't think of anything else when buying food. I told you that. It's just, I guess, the pace of the game. That's the not enough gold. How much do I need gold? Ah, it's a gain rank. Okay, and I'm out. 2 sales and 20 gold. Okay, I don't have that. And I can't do academy. What will this do? Ah, okay.
Press gang detachment away.
I haven't
Yes,
done
sir.
this, so let's see. Ah, I could press gang or force sales to join the crew. And I'm down 3, so that would be a good thing to do.
Victuals running low, sir. Order executed, sir.
Huh.
A tot of rum for every man.
But yeah, generally what I wanted to show you guys is just kind of like a quick overview. I wasn't doing like a real serious gameplay here. But, you know,
New course, sir.
let's go there. Put down that. Start repairing the ship in a second.
Rum stowed away, sir.
Yeah, the food goes quick, man. I think I just got a whole bunch of stuff and I'm pretty
All
much down to
aloft, sir.
2.
Heave away at the capstan.
Aye, aye, sir.
I wonder if there's
Capstan
a
secured.
like way to fish at sea, which maybe I haven't discovered. What does that do? I know
Commence punishment. Aye, aye, sir.
you can do a whipping. Check this out.
That's just not good enough. Most unfortunate, sir.
Oh, one of them died, or he threw himself overseas or something. Did you see that? Went from 5 out of 8 to 4 out of 8.
Sir.
I do like the fact that when you're passing by this island, you can see it in the background. Oh, what the heck is that? I could build a fort. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that capability. So, like, finding out little things more and more about this game. So I guess you could build a fort on here, kind of make like a fortress.
Hello.
Which would be kind of cool. You know, kind of like make a death. What do you call it? I was trying to think of a Clint Eastwood movie where he was like on a bus or something like that. There was a word
Ship's
from the
complement
name
is
of the
restless,
movie.
sir.
Man of war to larboard.
Carthage?
Ship
No.
to larboard.
I don't remember it.
New course, sir.
Land ho.
Let's see what the French are up to. Nice, I got +2, +1 of that, and some experience points. Gauntlet. I think it's Gauntlet. It's a good movie too.
New course, sir.
And you notice that French ship is moving faster. So there's no way you're gonna. I believe it's the smallest ship, moving much
New course,
faster.
sir.
Land ho.
But overall, this game is it's intuitive. I did have to use a tutorial,
Sails well, sir.
which I didn't.
Ship's complement is
I-
troubled, sir. That's just
Jumping into the game, I feel it was so fast paced and I died so often I couldn't kind of get a handle on things. So I played the tutorial, which kind of gave you a basic overview. I still
Spain is closer to victory,
have to
sir.
still come around certain concepts. Overall, it's actually at launch it's gonna be $9.99, which I think is a good price for this upon release. I do hope there's a iPad, maybe an iPhone version. It would be really cool to play this on the go.
Ship's complement is troubled, sir.
Damn, 26%.
A tot of rum for every man. Rum stowed away, sir. Good job,
Cool.
bosun.
And
Ready to load fresh water, sir.
in order to restock your food supplies when you ship to island, the food icon. Okay, cool.
That'll have a
Click
negative
on
effect.
the palm trees.
Crew all tied up, sir.
Ready to load fresh water, sir.
Longboat crew away.
There we go. Nice, check out that. That's pretty cool. Chop down the cherry tree.
Awaiting orders, sir.
Nice. Okay, cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, I do like this game. It's pretty cool. I just, again, like I was saying, I feel like it's too fast paced. I wish there was like a thing to slow it down. Geez, see, they're down 16. You got to keep an eye on that because it hits 0, you lose the game right away. So, and I feel like with so much stuff going on, it's easy to kind of get lost.
Commence repairs, shipwright.
Right away, sir.
And that's the damage of the ship, gold. Mentioned that.
Ship's
Officer
complement
training.
is
Yeah,
mutinous,
that's it.
sir.
Oh, damn, we're out of rum. Ah, you see? Look how fast that happened.
Unfortunate.
And you lose. And I think this will begin with all these still there. When I respawn.
Land ho!
Yes, it does.
Land
Okay, so it's not that big of a
Captain on the
loss.
bridge.
I don't lose everything, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go out.
New course, sir.
Let's get her moving, lads. Yes, sir. You heard the captain, lads.
All aloft, sir. Victuals running low, sir.
Get the men aloft, bosun. At once, sir.
All hands to make sail. All aloft, sir.
See how fast that's going now. I do like these day and night transitions. Now you have to make sure that your crew goes to sleep at night, otherwise, they're gonna be in a pissed off state. Their morale comes down, which, to be honest, I've been on operations where you had to be up for a couple of days. My morale was kind of shitty at that point, so.
Land ho!
But Chow does wonders, that's for sure. And I got 6 gold out of that. Let's grab some of that palm tree food.
Ready to load fresh water, sir.
Longboat crew
See,
away.
look how fast that comes.
Troubled, sir.
Dutch courage.
Complement is mutinous, sir.
Jeez, look how
Victuals
fast that's
critical,
going.
sir.
Halve the rations, if you please.
Damn it! Yeah, it's way too quick. That's I would say that's probably like the only biggest con that I have for this game. I just feel it's just so fast. But overall, everything else I do like. I do feel like that some of the textures should. I wish there was a pause button. I haven't been able to find it. Clicking around. The only way you can kind of pause is if you hit escape. Other than that, I haven't been able to find it. I wish I could just pause and then maybe kind of go around the ship, to, I guess,
Yes,
issue
sir.
orders and stuff like that, but to like slow things down a little bit.
Game
Set
saved.
standard rations,
You
if
can see
you
the rate
please.
going down. Maybe to even plan like my course, my strategy here, because right now the only way I can kind of plan is coming out of here and just kind of saying, all right, I want to go here, get this, and go back here. But right now you can't plan a strategy because you're like, all right, I'm gonna go around here, go this way, I'll get this guy,
Spain is closer
I'll
to
go to
victory,
this
sir.
port, then come around here, take out some French, get all this stuff, come back up here, do a nice little circle, and before you know it, you're gonna be like, your morale's gonna be plummeting, and you're gonna have to spend a couple another 5-10 minutes in port trying to bring it back up. So little things like that. But overall, I do like it. Just basically going over the same things. Nice animations. The crew do like the animations going from dock out to sea. Nice audio, voiceovers. I don't like how combat is just pretty much hands off. You just pick the cannons. I wish it was like it's a little bit more in depth, a little bit more stretched out. Again, I feel like that's even too fast. I mentioned the textures. Mention how moving the mouse over an icon doesn't do anything. Wish that would happen. Can't sell goods at the marketplace, so you can't kind of trade back your, ROM or the powder to the, my home port or whatever, maybe get gold out of it. That would have been good. Yeah, and that's basically it. Yeah, so those are the basically thing. Basically it. Is it worth $10? Yeah, I think it is. Honestly, I do like this game. It's really cool. It's I do feel like honestly this screen for the mobile platform.
You course, sir.
And then let's just jump out of here because I basically showed you everything. So you do have the multiplayer side here, and you can do that. I'm not familiar with how many people you can play, but any one game. I do like that the fact is, from what I've been hearing, where he says, oh, I guess it did autosave. Yes. So one cool thing I do like about it is the game autosaves, and you can even hear the guys as game saved, which is a nice touch. You actually have one of the crew kind of sounding off, hey, by the way, I just saved it. It's a nice touch. But that's basically it, guys. I hope you like this quick, I guess, first impressions. I'm probably gonna play a little bit more and possibly start getting stuff together for a final review about it, but those are my major points. If you're kind of like hesitant, should I get it, should I not? If you're looking for like a ship simulator, a kind of casual ship simulator, this would be a really good choice. The only thing I would have to say is just bear in mind it goes quick, so it's it's almost like a mix between a first-person shooter and a strategic game, because in a first-person shooter you always got to be like running around. You always got to like have your mind on 5 different places. Is somebody behind me? Do I shoot to the left? Do I shoot to the right? Things like that. You got to do that in this game because you got to manage the crew. You got to set out orders. Make sure the Admiralty's okay. You got that order. Okay. Make sure the ship is being salvaged and is being repaired. Things like that. You just constantly so. Be cool if that was slowed down, but overall, guys, I do like this game. It's $10 on launch day. I would recommend if you want a good casual ship simulator, this is it. All right, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. See you then.